Spicy Take Tuesday, first take. The whole Spongebob situation. After season 2, Spongebob went to absolute garbage. Season 3, okay. But season 1 and 2, golden. You have the Ren and Stimpy-esque illustrative shots, the stills. You know, it didn't really feel too much like a kid's cartoon. For a 90s kid, maybe it did. But there was still factors about it that gave it a little more of that edge. And then as it went on and on, you know, the guy who did SpongeBob's voice died. And then it was like Nickelodeon made it, it's almost like they had it planned. All of a sudden, SpongeBob was gay. You didn't see that coming, did you? Go ahead, think about it. Think about the later seasons of SpongeBob. Dude, they just made him gay. Now, shout out to my gays, but dude, that's not SpongeBob. He doesn't have to be gay. He never had to be gay. He never was gay. But Nickelodeon made him gay in the later seasons. And all that Ice Spice, SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay, dog. Absolutely emasculatory towards the Bob himself, the man himself, the sponge himself. So I defy all later SpongeBob's gay after season 3, and the only good seasons of SpongeBob are seasons 1 and 2. Here's your Spicy Take Tuesday take for you. This is crazy. Y'all see this? This is like you could drive a car through here. Sheesh. Maybe the Wonderland Trail isn't really all it's hyped up to be. Ooh, spicy take. Another Spicy Take Tuesday spicy take. Maybe the Wonderland Trail isn't really all it's hyped up to be. Oof, we'll see. Oh. It's about 3 miles in, 3 miles an hour so far. Not bad. Paradise River Camp. I'm interested to see how the whole campsite thing works out on this trail, because there's a ton of campsites and you need like permits for them all. And yeah, that's really interesting how arterial everything is out on this trail. So that must be Paradise River. And a nice bridge right here. Holy. Wow. Look at that. I'm in freaking Disneyland. That felt like this since Yosemite. It is 1:30 in the afternoon, and I'm about 5.5 miles into this little jaunt. As per usual, I did not check the weather before I lit out on this excursion. However, I think it's gonna be all right. Pretty overcast. It's in the low 60s. I have passed so many people. There's just so many spots to access the trail on this stretch. And so there's lots of tourists. I'm just under half a mile from Reflection Lake. And that'll be 6 miles into the trail from Longmire, where I parked. There's some nice raven action going on in the woods here. The trail is just ridiculously cruisy. I mean, it's incredible. I can't imagine what the more high country, what the parts of the trail that are a bit more in the high country are gonna be like. I don't know. It's Reflection Lake. And this is the trail around Reflection Lake. Golly, it's very touristy. I don't know how else to put it. Very touristy. Like I said, I've never spent any time out here, man. Let alone walked around here. So it's interesting to see how it is. It's just so trafficked and touristy. I love it though. I love it. It's great. It's great. I'm listening to a recent episode of Backpacker Radio, and it's July 28th today, and so it's the most recent 2-hour long episode of Backpacker Radio. And they just announced that there's going to be a Backpacker Radio meetup on August 17th in Seattle. Dude, we might have to pull up, y'all. We might just have to pull up for real, though. Wow. R.I.P. Sam Neill. This is so Jurassic Park. Where's the chopper gonna land? Wow. Oh, sick. What's happening, y'all? This is badass. Sick. Well, what an eventful day. I am walking off the Wonderland at Stevens Creek Road, and I've done just about 13 miles since 11 o'clock this morning. And I met this dope ass chica named Lauren, who is doing the whole trail. And she was going to meet up with a homie at this next site, about a mile up the trail, Nickel Creek. So yeah, so I clocked almost 14 miles today. Almost 14 miles counterclockwise on the Wonderland Trail, and it's only 5:30, so there's plenty of daylight left. My plan right now is if I can get back to Longmire, then I can jut out in the opposite direction going clockwise on the Wonderland. And all in all, if I can get 30 miles done on the Wonderland this weekend, that's only 60 more miles. We got another car. Come on. Let's see if they stop. Okay, it's been a minute since I hitchhiked. It's been a minute since I hitchhiked. There is a tunnel back here, so cars are coming out of this tunnel. I'm gonna walk down the road a little bit. I think I see some cars up ahead. I think I see some cars up there, so maybe I can go up there and finagle a ride. Either way, time to flex my hitching muscle. Let's go. It's only 5:30. It's only 5:30. There's plenty of daylight left. So, I mean, worst case, I walk back or just pitch somewhere here and then walk back in the morning. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Let's do it. There's no shoulder right here. But there is, I think I see honey buckets. I think there's a trailhead right up here ahead. So yeah, just trying to remind myself of my hitching, proper hitching tactics, and positioning yourself in a spot where cars can like pull over after they see you. Pretty important. So I'm gonna get a little bit closer to the trailhead up here, and yeah, maybe that'll need a little bit better odds. And of course, sunglasses off, smile on your face, no funny business. I'm a hiker. I was just so how I met this gal Lauren. Oh, here comes a Jeep. Oh, come on. Well, I was hiking along and I was about 6-7 miles in, and from Longmire, and this gal was this chick. I don't know, she looked about like 23, 24. She was sitting on the side of the trail. Hey. And she's like, hey, I'm taking a pull. And I was like, all right, what's your pull? She had a notepad and paper out. And she's like, favorite song, favorite artist. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. And I ended up I needed a break, so I sat down and just started rapping with her. Are they gonna stop? There's an SUV over here. I wonder if they're gonna go to Longmire. Anyway, so me and her start rapping, and then lo, I find out she's going the same direction I'm going, and so yeah, she was like, "You want to hike together for a while?" I was like, "Yeah, that sounds awesome, actually. I could totally use some company. I haven't really like made miles with anyone on a trail in like probably not since the PCT. It's been a long time, especially like when you don't know someone and you just like start hiking with them. It's just something special about it, man. So it turns out she's this 25-year-old chick from Seattle, and yeah, man, we just, she bike packed out to the trailhead, and she took like her year PTO off from work and is out here doing the Wonderland. So that was cool. That was cool. We kicked it for a while, man. We did like 6, 7, we did almost 10 miles together. And she was gonna keep on keeping on, but I kind of wanted to go back to Longmire and go the other direction because it wasn't really seeming like the most scenic direction to go. And yeah, it just felt like the thing to do. So here I am hitching back to Longmire. Ooh, there's a fast mover. We got a fast mover. I'm positioned just right. So like that's the trail, the park right there, the picnic area. So hopefully someone will see me and be like, oh, I'll pull over here and get him. Oh, we got a car coming. They're slowing down. They're all tagged. You know, you'll see them like just walking around town. It'll be like, oh, there's a bear. Look, there's one of the bears. You know, and this bear is just going through, getting into this chick's food bag. Just like, okay, there's this bear like 10 feet from me. What do I do? Wow. Cool. Not getting any closer to that ledge. That was so sick. I just caught a hitch from some Japanese gal who drove me almost all the way to Longmire. She drove me to the Longmire Paradise cutoff. So only have 5 miles to walk on the trail to get back to Longmire. I'm just hitching all over Mount Rainier, dude. I feel like such a freaking hiker. I feel like such hiker trash right now, dude. I am such hiker trash. I am that ninja. Folks, I am that ninja. Oh man, it's for dinner. Loves gas station burrito, potato, egg, and cheese with Tapatio packet. Potatoes are a little underdone, but that's okay. .3 miles back to Longmire. It is 6:53. And what a beautiful night. What a beautiful night. All right. So 6-7 mile hitch back to the Paradise cutoff, and then a quick 5 mile walk, and I am back in Longmire. And I don't know if this is where I'll spend the night. It's probably where I'll spend the night. It's 8:30, and I only slept for a few hours last night, so that plus about 19 miles walking today, several thousand feet. I think the night will be spent at Longmire, and then tomorrow maybe send a few miles on the Wonderland, opposite direction. It's quite warm and quite mild. It's actually kind of a trip too, walking around here when there's no tourists abounding. It's kind of fun. Okay, I am outside of the main office here at Longmire, and I don't know if they have rangers that patrol late at night. It's about 10:30. I'm cooking some ramen, and I haven't felt this hiker trash in a minute. And I hitchhiked today, dude. What a great day. Feeling very hiker trash today. Shouts to everyone on the PCT. Got some wildfires going on in Washington, so everyone needs to be very careful about that. Feel free to shoot me a message if you're on trail right now and you need any beta going on up in Washington with what we got going on up in Washington right now. We're gonna roll the dice and do some bullback. This is actually spicy, sweet and spicy. Never had this before, so maybe it'll be worth the pain. Let's go. What is it? 3:30. About 2 miles in. Headed up to Goat Ridge. Trailhead was packed. Came in on the berry patch trailhead. Should be 5.06 miles to Goat Lake. Next stop, all climbing. This is facing west. Check it out. That's wildfire action. Can't remember the name of wildfire. Just heard it yesterday. Is that a big beast? What's up, St. Helens? Fucking lurker, dude. I think we're just about to go Ridge. Shout out to Beth and Elena. A couple of sick ass fellow millennial chicas from Portland that I just ran into. You two rule. Have a good work week. It was great. 3 millennials. We were all just talking about how swamped with work we are. We're just trying to make it and get out into the mountains when we can. Coming up on Goat Ridge. I think I'm just about 1.5 miles from Goat Lake. God. People just need to look and you recognize we have got Swiss Alps levels of aura here. Look at this. God. Oh my God. Mount St. Helens off in the distance to the right. You can see her. There she is. And we've got the Alpine Lake fed creek right here in the middle of this luscious valley. Just meadowed out. Hello. Unreal. Now, what you're looking at, folks, you're facing, what you're viewing in the screen right now is east. We can go over here to the west. That's the west. We can go back here to the east. It is 5:30 in the afternoon. Call it evening. And headed up to that pass right there. You can see the trail. But man, this is just a pristine alpine meadow. And you can see there's no one here. So if you want to come visit a place like this, you don't have to go to the Swiss Alps because this is just unreal. And on the other side of that horizon is the Goat Rocks complex. So we're going to go check that out. Let's go. Unreal. Wow, this is so gnarly. I gotta give you guys scale. So here I am. This is my ridge. That's my trail that I'm headed towards. And that right there, well, that is a little inlet. It's a little inlet action. And in there is Goat Lake. And then that trail skirts around there. And then it follows that little ridge to the base of Old Snowy. And that's Old Snowy right there. Oh, man. And I'm about to get over there. So let's go. It's 5:51. And I think I've hit ascension, you guys. I think I have hit ascension on this approach. The berry patch approach is the approach. This is Knife Edge V2.0. This might just top the Vantix from the Knife Edge. Unreal. Look at Adams. Adams is just flexing. Adams is full flex. Wow. Okay. Oh my God. This is just, wow, this is packed. This is crazy. Holy cow. For Washington, Alpine Lakes, this is insane. Holy, there's so many people. I'm going past them all, going that direction over there. This is insane. Okay, let's go. There's the knife edge itself. Right there. Old Snowy. Looking good. Look good, mate. Fucking beautiful. And look at that boost. This is actually the trail that will eventually link up with the PCT if you go over that spine. I have to go over that spine because there's water. Unreal, dude. Look, there's my beach. There's my beach down there. There's old Snowy up there. Right about there is where I camped last couple of weeks. And look at that. Look at that little thru hiker. Look at him just making it. That's awesome. Looks like there's some more right over there. That might be where I'm sleeping tonight. Depending on if there's cell service. But that's definitely the only place to get water up here, so. This is crazy work, dude. Unreal. Unreal, dude. Oh, look at this fool's got the friggin' spot. Okay, 7:39 p.m. 7 miles in. That's Old Snowy up there. That's the PCT right there. The highway itself. You need to get to El Cajon, California? Well, that's where you want to go. It's the way to get there. It's the way to get there, buddy. Met this sick ass chick named Heunel, trail named Pinky Strawberry from where did she say she was from? She's not Germany. From Germany. From I don't know. But I've slept here before. I've slept right there. Right there. Oh, look at these freaking, someone got all barefoot and walked in the water. Oh, glacial water, dude. Glacial water, mate. Nothing like it. Nothing like it, mate. Need some water here. I'm gonna head back up there, find a skits fucking site to pitch. And, yeah, mate. But I need to get some water here. I need to get some water. There's no other one to Norton. We're surrounded by glacial water. Oh. Wow. So that's southbound on the PCT in Mount St. Helens. Off yonder is north. We got Rainier off behind those clouds. And I just came from that direction. Fucking gnarly. That's a knife edge in that direction. I am headed uphill here. Despite these clouds coming in, I'm headed uphill here because there's signal on this ridge. And that's where I'm camping. So if it's not a lightning storm, then it's gotta be something extreme. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Go, Pinksy! You're on camera. Shout out Hungary. Let's go.
We have the view. We have the view.
Cheers. This is just so beautiful.
I know. Wow.
There comes a time when you have to ask yourself, like, how much is enough? You know? Like, how much is enough for you? Because some people, you know, they'll come up and they'll be like, oh yeah, this is beautiful. I've seen these mountains. I want to go climb.
Oh, and when I woke up in the middle of the night, my BB tent inside, it was shining. It was that cold, like, you know, the crystals. From your breathing, the crystals inside of the BB. That was crazy. Oh. So what do you have? Do you have a mattress? Or you have the foam just, right?
This is such a far cry from the last time I was up here. Not only is it so much more mild, but I'm pitched next to a Hungarian. I don't know if you're as crazy as the Balkans. The Balkans are very crazy. It's 10 to 6 right now. And you can see my campsite down there. Pitched next to the Hungarian. I think she might wait for the sun to come up over the horizon to see that, but I don't really want to wait that long. I'm gonna get cruising. Last time I was here, I broke camp at 4:30. Made it back to my car, I think before 8. And this time, I'm breaking camp a little bit later. So I should be back in my car by like 10-ish. But I had to come up here and see the sunrise. Wow. And we are moving again. We are moving. I haven't taken as much long footage on this trip as I have the past few. Number one, because I'm trying to make my videos shorter so they're nicer to watch instead of just being some hour-long, 2-hour-long saga. And shout out to the sagas. Shout out. We love a good saga. We're keeping long-form content alive, folks. This millennial is keeping the long-form content dream alive. In a world of short-form media, we're keeping the long-form alive, baby. Actually slept really well last night. Even had some dreams. I've said this before. That means you entered REM sleep, like deep restful sleep. So I feel good, legs feel good. And it was just a gnarly climb up here, actually. The berry patch route, that's some steep action, man. So the arch of my left foot is a little sore today. My feet, the bottoms of my feet though, feeling pretty groovalicious. So we'll see. I think I'll have about 15 or 16 miles on this juke, mixed with the 18 miles I did at Mount Rainier day before yesterday. That's a pretty damn solid weekend. I am definitely weekend maxing this weekend, but I've gotten good sleep, which is very important. And it changes the game. It's 6:41, however, and today is my Monday. So I leave all these thru hikers to their gallivanting and their ways and their miles. I have to return back to civilization and go to work tonight. Thank God I work at night. I love coming down here, man. It's so great. So great. I see one hiker pitched in, breaking camp. I see a couple hikers way down yonder. Look at those little specks just a walking, going for a bit of a mountain walk. Remember the mountain? I see 3 of them actually. That's the way I'm headed. I'm not gonna go back the way I came, because frankly, I don't feel like going back down that super steep trail. So I came in the berry patch entrance, and I'm going out the Snowgrass Flats entrance. That's the trail I took last time, so I know I can mob that trail, and it's all downhill and flat to the trailhead. Same trailhead for both trails, which is sick. So as of this weekend, I have done Goat Rocks 4 ways, baby. Now I just need to go in from the east side. How many different ways can you do the Goat Rocks? This Wolverine's gonna find out. Let's go. This is where I slept last time in that gnarly lightning storm. Conditions this time are a far cry. I don't see any goats in the valley. This is the junction for the PCT low route and the high route. And this is kind of strange. These were here last night. Oh, look. Rescued. Crazy. Sheesh. There was a rescue up here. I wonder when that was. Shout out to the search and rescue workers and volunteers. The outdoor world appreciates you. And may, good Lord willing, I never have to press my SOS button. Off in that direction to the west, it's the Goat Ridge Trail from whence I came. Slept up there. Till next time, Goat Rocks. Till next time. So I came in right there yesterday. Walked along that ridge, that side of the ridge. And there's Goat Lake over there. You can still see some tents. There was so many people over there. It was a thoroughfare. And then I came up along that ridge right there. That was intense. So I met a couple Northbounders so far. I met a German gal named Brave. I think she's German. She was passing by, headed to White Pass today, and she said probably a little bit further. And then I just met a dope-ass retired nurse, trail named Nurse Jackie. So shout out Nurse Jackie, a fellow Washingtonian. Good luck on your hike. We got that Lenny and Larry's going on. 9:30, down out of the hills and into the last 2-mile stretch of the trail, back to the trailhead. And from the Snowgrass Trailhead, it's just about a quarter-mile walk over to the Berry Patch Trailhead where I'm parked. So I'm at just over 13 miles for this entire loop so far. So it should be about a 15, 16 mile loop total, which is really good. And like I've said before, quite gnarly that you're able to, with such low mileage, get up into some of the most beautiful regions, in my opinion, of the Cascades. So passed quite a few people. Apparently the trailhead is packed. I just passed a PCTA trail worker who said that the trailhead's packed on her way up to do some maintenance up just south of the Goat Rocks complex. So thank you, Miriam, with the PCTA for your hard work. Looked like you had about 60 pounds on your back, including your tools. Just badass, man. That's so sick. I want to have a brief talk about miles per hour and how everyone has different miles per hour. And one thing about being a short dude, I am 5'6", maybe 5'6.5" if I get a good night's sleep and my spine can really stretch out. But otherwise, if I'm keeping a steady pace and not using my trekking poles, my average mile per hour is about 2.5. Now, I can hit 3 to 3.5 miles per hour using my trekking poles on flat stretch of trail if I'm really, really moving. But, you know, the reality is that we all have different inseam lengths and different leg lengths, and heights factor into it. So someone who's, 5'6" or 5'5" may have to work a little harder or maybe differently to keep a really fast pace, unless they're just a super fast walker and power walking. So it's funny hiking with taller people, 6 foot, 6'4", in that range, because they'll do 3.5 miles per hour, and it's like they're not even breaking a sweat. It's impressive. But knowing your miles per hour average can play into being able to plan where you're going to be, how far you're going to get, and the time it takes for you to get certain distances on trail, and factoring in elevation gain and loss as well. So yeah. Okay. So here's a split off. Oh, come on, folks. I'm gonna take the horse trail, and this should take me right back to the Berry Patch Trailhead in what looks like about 1/8 of a mile. So it has been quite a weekend. My goodness. Crazy, dude. Been to Mount Rainier National Park, clocked almost 20 miles on the Wonderland Trail. So I'll just keep ticking that off. That'll be the little project for the rest of the summer. Try and see if I can finish that trail, and then sent it over to the Gifford Pinchot and back up to the Goat Rocks. I've now done Goat Rocks 4 ways, so you can go in from the Pacific Crest Trail at White Pass for about an 18-mile send into the core of the Goat Rocks. You can go in from the south end. You can get in from Wallop Lake Trailhead and come in on the PCT from the south. You could even go in from Trout Lake if you wanted to make it a long jaunt. You can go in from Snowgrass Trail, Berry Patch Trail over Goat Ridge, and the Snowgrass Trail takes you right up through Snowgrass Flats, 4 ways into the Goat Rocks. And I think there's still 1 or 2 more ways in that I have not done. So maybe we'll hit up the Goat Rocks one more time before the summer's over. Shout out to all the awesome hikers that I met this weekend. Just amazing. Good luck to all the southbound PCT hikers, all the northbound PCT hikers, everyone coming through this neck of the woods. What's up? Good morning. It is Friday, July 31st, and the day after I got back from my recent trip. And I never have follow-up videos like this, but I thought I'd include this in this video. The aftermath of my Weekendmaxxing lasts for about 48 hours. I typically end my trips with pretty sore feet and a little bit of lack of sleep. Got back from this past excursion, caught a cat nap in the middle of the day, and then went to work and worked a 10-hour shift. I'm on my feet my entire work shift. I do, like I've said, about 5 to 7 miles walking on my feet at work when I pull long shifts like that. And it takes me a couple days to recover before my feet aren't so tender. Something that I experienced on the Pacific Crest Trail last year was sore feet. And on trail, you hit this recovery phase where your legs can be totally dead and totally spent, and your feet can be sore every morning, but it fades away. You start walking, you start hiking, and then your body warms up, your feet warm up, and your legs kind of shake out, and yeah, so getting out for the weekend and hiking a ton is awesome, but the reality of it is, recovery is the reality. So yeah, I've got today's my Tuesday, so 4 more days of work, and then might go back out to the mountains again. Might take the weekend off and chill in town. In the meantime and in between time, that's it. Don't forget, recovery is important, people. Eat healthy food. You get back from a few days on trail, you want to just pig out, eat all this crud. I recommend against it. I recommend getting some healthy food in you, getting your electrolytes, and keep it up because it's going to help your body in the long run. So hope everyone has an awesome time. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for subscribing, and here's 2 more videos. I'm going to go catch a few more winks and do some editing. Peace and much love, y'all.